right, so let's talk about the next project. How many Chuck E. Cheese tokens does it take to solve it?
That better be a question on the exam.
How many Chuck E. Cheese tokens does it take to get $1?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I don't know.
Oh, excellent. I think it's 5. Give me a second.
Yeah, they do have a number on them, don't they?
Yeah, give me a second. No, hold on. I can figure it out.
Okay, let's talk about Lab 6. Now, over the years, I found out networking and the ability to analyze network traffic is kind of an important, and a lot of people need help with. So you'll notice this class, penetration testing, wireless network, all those, mobile network forensic, there's a lot of ones about reading traffic. So for some of you, this might be the first time you've ever done it. Some of you, it might be old school, but we're going to do it anyway. So I basically have a capture of a network. I want to identify some suspicious traffic. You know, where I originally came up with this project was I had a client, Chapel Supply. They sold pressure washers and stuff like that. They're over on, between MacArthur and Rockwell off Reno. They kept calling and said, man, Ken, the internet gets so slow during the day. What can you do to help speed it up? So how would you fix the slow network problem?
Figure out what's going on.
Figure out what's going on. So what I did was I used Wireshark, which I'm going to use today. For Wireshark, you have the ability to save data. So I basically said record 100 megabytes and save it. So I could hit start, record 100 megs, go in a couple hours later, record another 100 megs, just like you did a couple snapshots throughout the day. Well, it turns out it was the owner and his 3 sons are kind of in charge. All 3 sons were streaming music, and that was this was years ago. Back when, remember when it was real big on you would send these huge executables and jokes through email?
Yes.
Well, they at that point had a very small network connection because that's all we had back then. But they would receive it. One of the brothers would receive it. Then he'd email it out to 85 people. And half of them were inside the company. So it would go out to the external mail server. They come right back in again. It's like, between that and music streaming, I'm like, oh. And you know, I tell the owner, I said, yeah, Chase, Blake, you know, Cole, right here, all 3 of them are streaming music all day long. Oh, okay. Then they stop complaining about it slow. That's all I can do. But so there is a real world usage for this. Okay. So your assignment is your Wireshark or any other network monitor you'd like to analyze the capture. Determine as much information as needed to answer the quiz questions. In the past, I said, tell me what you found. Well, the problem was I was looking for certain things, and students weren't finding it, and people spend 5 minutes, yep, I don't see anything. That's all I found. So now I'm trying to be, you know, okay, look for this. Okay. So the quiz questions are here. You can look at those. I'm not going to answer them for you now, but they are on there. All the quiz questions are there. I will tell you this is the same assignment from last year. I did not change it.
Is the same assignment for pen testing?
No. Totally different. Totally different.
Mobile security? Is that the Wi-Fi?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it is. Check.
They both do.
Oh, well, oh, no, totally different, totally different.
Okay.
Totally different. Okay, I know what you're talking about now, totally different one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use Wireshark. Hold on, gotta install the crap again. Y'all know why I have to install it again, don't you?
Because of deep freeze.
Damn deep freeze on here. Some of these remind me like during the day sometimes so I can install it. I can't do it before class because the other guy's in here teaching. All right, so I'm downloading Wireshark right here from wireshark.org. Obviously, you will all need this anyway, so it's a good place to learn how to get it. And I'm going to install it, and actually, this is really a good thing to show you. I'm installing Wireshark. You're going to get a pop-up here in a second. Okay, and I'm going to tell associate files. It's fine. Here's the one in question. If you are running this on a corporate network, a work network, or something else, do not install this. What happens is this, the way a computer works is there's traffic on the network cable. It looks at the traffic, sees if it's addressed for itself, and if it is, it accepts it, does something with it. This tool makes it puts in what's called promiscuous mode. It makes it receive all traffic. And your network can detect this. You know, it probably won't detect this, but Tinker would, and Rostate would. But I mean, they could, is what I'm saying. There are ways to detect if you're running this tool. So you can still run this tool and complete the entire project without it, though. Okay. I'm going to install it just so I can capture traffic. This tool is needed to capture traffic. Okay. You need this WinPCAP to capture traffic. But for this project, you don't need to capture. I already did that. Okay. So I'm going to install it. Okay. They also have USB cap where you can actually capture USB traffic now. That's something new.
Like actual USB, like you.
Yeah, I mean, you literally, if you have a USB plugged in or something going on with the USB cable, you can literally capture all the traffic going across it. So that, I mean, it's got a lot of new features to it. All right, we're going to install this. It really doesn't take all that long. So again, if you're installing this at work, unless you have permission to do that, don't install the WinPCAP drivers. The WinPCAP is used for a lot of tools. Come on. We're getting there. All right. What?
Will we be needing it for another project?
No, you will never have to capture your own traffic. Now, sometimes it is handy to be able to capture your own traffic so you can look at other traffic. I mean, if you're running this at home, install it, please, because it's awesome to look at the traffic. In my mobile network forensics course, I actually captured my home network traffic 3 different ways, you know, reconfigure my network, and we found a major issue because my printer has been crap, excuse the French there, for 6 months to a year. It was very intermittent. I could barely I basically had to take my network pointer and plug it into my computer.
Right.
Well, it turns out what I did was I had my network printer assigned a static address inside the printer.
Right.
Then everything else on my network, I assigned a DHCP reservation to automatically give it an address. Well, I started 200 and I keep going down the list. Well, I got to 222 and I sent that to a camera outside. Well, I assigned the printer 222 as well.
So conflict.
So yeah, and it was weird. That camera was giving me fits. I'm like, I'd never put the 2 and 2 together. The printer and the camera. Basically, whenever I tried to print, the camera would go offline. And Heather upstairs is the one who found it. She's like, "Why do you have 2 machines with the same IP address?" I'm like, "No, I don't." "Yeah, you do." I said, "No, I don't. I use reservations. There's no way." Then I'm like, "Oh no." So I actually did get rid of that. So the point is, capture your own traffic at home. See what you got on your network. You would be amazed at what's out there. Okay? Don't capture your work traffic. Not a good thing. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put WinPCAP on. It just takes a second. Okay. All right. Come on. Almost there. Almost done. Oh, okay. I'm going to reboot later. In other words, never. If I reboot, I lose it. Okay, I'm going to run this. I don't know why, but sometimes I have to run in admin mode. Sometimes you don't. But if you don't run in admin mode, sometimes you won't get the local area connection. Now, this is the one we want. If I click on this, what's happening is it's showing the actual traffic going to my computer right now. Okay? And if I was to scroll down up here, you will see the traffic is growing. It keeps going, it keeps going and going. Even though I'm not doing anything, I'm getting traffic. Y'all seeing that? I wonder why.
It's constantly pinging, asking for other machines or IP addresses.
Oh,
Like that.
kind of, but why is it? Why am I? What is it? Actually, well, there is a couple things installed, but there's another. What kind of traffic is a lot of this? Well,
A lot of it is.
well, okay, I got D2L up.
A lot of acknowledgement.
Well,
A lot of acknowledgement.
no, that's not the one I'm referring to. Okay, let me stop right here. See that broadcast traffic up there?
Broadcast.
Okay, a lot of this traffic is broad. I have D2L up and stuff like that is why it's still showing the other traffic. But broadcast traffic is traffic that goes to anybody anyway. Okay, the way a network works is this machine actually has a cable that runs from wherever, right there on the wall, all the way to the closet upstairs next to Roy's office. And on that one segment, I'm the only computer plugged into that port. So that switch is only sending me traffic destined for me. But broadcast traffic goes to everybody Think of it, there's something called unicast and broadcast. Think of broadcast like you're inside Walmart. If they get on the loudspeaker and says, hey, the white car left your lights on, that's broadcast. Everybody possibly heard it, but can they guarantee you heard it? Not really. Unicast is Kathleen, you left your lights on. I'm talking directly to her, okay? So there's a rule, and broadcast goes out to everybody. It's normally something like ARP, Address Resolution Protocol. They're saying, hey, who has 10.55.11.13? If you look over here at the destination, it went to broadcast. And if you look down here, you'll see that the destination is all Fs. You see that? While we're there, I'm going to give you a hint of something that pertains to many of my classes. That is a properly formatted MAC address. Y'all see those Fs?
Yep.
What's between them? Colons. FF colon, FF colon, FF colon. If you give me just a bunch of Fs, is that a properly formatted MAC address? Well, that's just a bunch of Fs.
Moron.
Oh, the bell came on.
Now I realize why I got those wrong.
Because sometimes it's like, if you just give me a bunch of Fs, I'm like, okay, but I mean, a MAC address is FF colon. I mean, it could be a dash, could be a space even, but normally it's a colon. But obviously, that shows up as a colon. So that traffic right there is broadcast to everybody, okay? Now, we have other traffic on here. You know what? I want to find, I can actually, I'm going to stop this traffic. I hit the little square there to stop it. I can actually click on this protocol, and I can actually sort by that. And you see, now I'm getting all the ARP traffic. So if I was to ask you a question about ARP traffic, you could click on this, sort by ARP, and answer it. Okay, and I can go down here, and there is browser. What browser traffic is? Every machine on the network, every so often says, hey, I'm a file server. In this case, hey, I'm a workstation. That's what they're doing. Hey, everyone at a workstation, I'm free. That's what basically is happening. Okay. Obviously, Dropbox is not even installed. Why is Dropbox on? I don't have Dropbox on here. That's weird. Who knows? Okay. Well, I mean, this would be a good thing. Somehow Dropbox is somewhat installed on this machine. We know it is somewhere. Okay.
It's there.
I don't know. I didn't install everything on here. Then we have some queries, and we have some SSDB, there, TCP. That's normal network traffic. Is this secure or unsecure? Anybody know? What do you think? Anybody? Secure or unsecure? Port 443, it's all secure. 443 is SSL. 443 is SSL, so that's all secure traffic. Most things, see, what kind of makes it hard for this project is in the past, most things were not secure. Now, like Google, everything is secure, literally everything, which is nice. But it just makes it harder when I want to make a project in it. The TLS, that's also secure traffic. And that's probably about, okay, UDP, user datagram protocol. Again, that's what's called a connection list protocol. You got two different kinds of connections. Connection lists and connection oriented. UDP is connection lists. UDP is kind of like that broadcast again at Walmart. I'm not sure if you got the message or not. In the past, printing used to be done over UDP. Network streaming, similar to Netflix, was done over UDP because it doesn't. With UDP, I just keep sending it at you, and you just gobble it up and do something with it. With TCP, I'm going to send Kathleen some traffic, and she got to keep, all right, got it. Send me some more. So there's a lot of back and forth where UDP is, I just keep sending it. So, but there is still quite a bit of UDP. I don't know exactly what that traffic is, but there's quite a bit on there. Oh, actually, more than I usually don't see that much. Okay. Now, I want to start a new one here. Actually, I'm going to bring up a command prompt window. I'm going to start a new traffic, and I'm not going to save it because I could care less what all that traffic was. And I'm going to connect to an FTP. And right, what was my password? Did anyone catch it?
Password from.
4.
We able to see it on the screen?
No.
Oh, let's find out what it is. All right, obviously I connected with what protocol? Anybody know? Okay, so if I click on protocol, should I be able to sort by FTP?
If you're lucky.
Okay, there we go. User was anonymous. Passwords required for user. What's my password?
In at here.
Here's the typo. It's supposed to be here.com. Basically, I connected to McAfee, Network Associates, and I used to sell their software, so I know you can always go in there and get their virus definitions. Can't. So I just went in there. It's a real quick and easy one to do as a demo, and I know it's in clear text. Then I did a port command. I did a list command. I wanted to see what was in there, and I changed directory into the publication directory, and then I quit. So you can. And what's cool about this tool? Watch this. I can click on this one. Actually, let me undo sort. So now I'm back to where's FTP? Okay, now I'm here. Now you see it's in the middle of all this other junk. But what I can do is I can actually click this FTP and I can right-click on it and I can say follow TCP stream. And what it's going to do is it puts it all together for me. Isn't that cool?
That's cool. Yeah.
There's everything I did there. User anonymous, password required, I put in the password, done. So there's a lot of really nice features in this tool. Well, maybe I didn't know to do that. So I want to find something. I'm going to do edit. I'm going to find a packet. Okay, now they changed this massively. Let's see if I can find this. I'm going to I'll look for a string value. And I know the guy logged in with anonymous. I'm going to find a packet that has anonymous in it. And I found it, right? It's there. It's this one right here. User request anonymous. See it? So I was able to search by a string. I did not type the word house, but we're going to see if there's a packet with the word house in it. Is there nothing with house in it? Okay, let's clear this. Oh, by the way, you have to clear your search or else it's not going to do it good.
Doesn't it search for the search?
Yeah, that's why I didn't clear it. This time I did clear it. Okay, give me, let's see. Well, let's do here. We know here's there, but there it goes. It found here, and it's right down here at here.com. Okay, so you can search very easily. Nothing I can do. Maybe I want to search by specific protocol. So I'm going to say, can I do it with IP? IP protocol equals FTP data. You suck. Okay, I'm out.
That means stop.
Okay, let's go. Hold on, let's go with TCP then. TCP protocol. Actually, let's see. Oh, this is port. Okay, well, this is actually showing me what's on port 80. Let's try that one. Okay, why do I have no traffic on port 80? Anybody know why? Oh, there's a reason why there's none on there. No. I didn't surf the web. I was capturing that traffic. And all the other traffic in the background was all that 443, remember? If I brought up MSN or something, I could have done it. So now I want to see, is there maybe one with 443? Probably should be. There's all the traffic with 443. And I could do TCP PROTO. Can I do protocol? PROT. No, it's not. How to get that one? See, you got to get the right wording in here. Oh, let's see.
PRO.
How about we can do this? Source. No, you can't do that one. Come on, seriously? You're just not being good to me.
Source is usually SRC. I think, right?
Okay, let's do this. Let's sort. Let's darn sort by this address here. I'm going to filter. Follow TCP. It should give me a. Oh, it's TCP stream. So TCP. Let's do this. TCP. So it's TCP.ADDR. No. Source port. I need to get the source address. What is it? This is killing me. There's so many options in this stupid tool.
You know how you said the last project didn't break? I think it all came on this one.
Well, you can search very easily for stuff like that, okay? The main thing you're going to need is string searches, okay? Like maybe I want to find an email address. I'm going to go edit, find a packet that has,
You can search string for just,
there's none in there. So I can search for an @ and that's found me in my password again. Can I find again? That's the only one in there. Okay, there's not a lot in here, but you see how it actually showed it up down here at the bottom. Okay. While we're here, let's look at a couple things down here. We can have a frame. What a frame is, that's the entire portion that it received, the whole entire packet, basically. Okay. Inside a frame, you don't really do much there. What you really do stuff in is the Ethernet 2 and so on and so forth. Under Ethernet 2, you see I have a destination address. You'll see when I click on it here, it actually highlights the bottom section. Like there's the source, there's the destination. Okay? So this is in hex. So the source address is 480F, CF, C9, so on and so forth. What is the IP address? Anybody know?
Oh, okay, give me a second.
How can I figure that out? Anybody?
What you need to do is you need to take that, you need to convert those hexes to
Decimal, okay. So if I was to go over here and do scientific, no, it's programmer on this one, it's scientific on the other one. So if I did, I want, good catch, 48. I want to convert that to decimal, I'm gonna get 72. Well, let's get, actually that's my MAC address. I need the IP address, sorry. I need this one, hold on, I need this address. I need that one, sorry. I was on the MAC address, I wanted the IP address. Okay, it's in decimal. See how right here, it's in decimal, but in hex, it's 0A37, 0B31. Everybody see that? So I'm gonna bring up my calculator and type in 0A. 0A should give me 10. Okay. And then what's the next one? 37. 37 in hex is 55.
This is the question after.
0B is 11. So far they did it right. And 31 is 49. So this tool does a lot of stuff for us. What? You have a question?
Yeah, actually, is there any system in place to where you can look and find stuff in the packet if you only had just the packet itself? I know this probably sounds weird.
Okay, you have this packet right here. Yeah, I mean, you could literally read this right here.
No, see, you did, if you just have the hex.
Yeah. Well, actually, when I went to Tulsa, I had to write a network sniffer that did just that. I had to actually read in the data off the network and analyze what every bit was. See, this packet right here, our packet, if we go down here and look at the,
Is there any
that right there, 0800 tells me it's IP, but I need to get right there. If I read 0806, that tells me it is a specific ARP packet. And depending on, now if I went to the FTP packet down here, I can look at that, and actually I want to go into the TCP because I can look at the port on here. And where's the port? There it is. No, there's protocol TCP. Where's the port? Come on. Oh, it's under TCP. Sorry, wrong section. There it is. There's the port. So I can wait a minute. That port's 21. Why does it say 15? You want to know why?
You put the two X's together?
Right. Well, 15 turns out to be 21 in decimal. Everybody know how to read hex? Well, for this class, it's right there on the bottom. Just read it. A, it's 0 to F. 0 to 9, then A to F is how it goes. So once you get to 9, you don't go to 10, you go to A.
Yeah.
To B, to C, all the way to F. Then you start at 10. It's not 10, it's 10.
Yes.
Then when you get to 19, 19, it becomes 1A,
Why?
all the way to 1F. And then it becomes 20. So, I mean, that's hex. So this is a very easy project, just looking at traffic. And now I'm going to bring up a demo packet here. What you guys are going to do is I'm going to close this. Okay. I happen to have one already, so I'm going to open, and I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to go to my, this is just the way you guys can do it in class. And you're going to go to lab 6, and you're going to open up the demo. It's loading. There it is. Okay. Now I have some TCP traffic. I have some actual HTTP traffic, because I made sure I went to a website that was not secure. So what do you want me to search for? What can you find for in here?
Does that have to be safe?
Search for a password.
Okay, so let's look for edit, find, and packet. We're going to search for pass. And now how about ask for password? Okay, it came up. It says response, password required for user. Now I can do follow TCP stream. And my password was K-Dewey Rose. Okay? Very, very simple stuff. Okay? So you can search through these. I mean, the assignments aren't hard. You can look for specific packets. There is a slight trick to this, which you'll have to figure out on your own, but it's not that difficult, really. When you get to that point, which is right at the beginning, you'll be like, why won't it work?
Do we have to do anything with bytes?
I don't know. You have to figure it out. But so again, this tool is not hard. Play with it. If you got questions, ask me. I want to show you another tool, though. Okay. I actually started showing this last year.
Is there?
This is a tool called Network Miner. Watch this. I'm going to open up Network Miner.
I don't have a hex packet translation.
Okay, I'm going to go here and I'm going to say File Open. And I'm going to open up off my desktop, Transix, Lab 6, a demo. Okay, it's reading it in. Watch what this one does.
Crash.
Okay. This one here very easily told me which machines are Windows, which machines are possibly not. It retrieved my files. It actually shows you all the images that were in the traffic.
Oh, wow.
You like that, don't you? Now, this one here, looking at that icon, doesn't that look bad? When I saw them, I'm like, what is that icon? You can actually right-click on the open image, and it's so small you can't even see it. I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's that thing. Yeah. All right. So yeah, this is Network Miner. It's totally free. I think it's up in the class. If not, just download off the internet. It's pretty easy to find. But yeah, it does a decent job. You could go in here to files. And you know what? Maybe I want to search what kind of files are in here. Maybe I'm going to go over here to extension. Oh, look, I could go in here and I could actually open up this certificate to see what this. Oh, look, there's an actual certificate from Microsoft. I could view the details of the certificate. I could even look for a serial number of a certificate. So if you have to find a serial number of a certificate, might be easy to do. Okay. You could come down here and let's see, right near the bottom, I think I retrieved a file. So I got a file right there. I can open this file. It's where you have to go to the left side to open it. Oh, and you can look about when you connect to FTP and NAI and all that stuff. So, nice tool. But I'm going to tell you, positively for sure, this tool does not work all the time. Yeah, I mean, it has issues because you'll see how we're seeing files and images, no problem. Every now and then, it won't show you anything. That's a good job for you. And by the way, I got a Surface Pro, and I've been trying all this stuff on Windows 10 to see that it's not all that wonderful. So, but no, I have not tried this on there yet. But this is a nice tool. I mean, it can show you credentials. Oh, what did we log in with? Look, FTP Anonymous, and bill@here.com. I mean, so it's really a nice tool. Will it do your entire homework for you? Probably not. Because I will tell you, sometimes it misses stuff. I don't know why. And Arlene can even vouch for me. She was in class one day, and it would not show her any images and no files. And it was weird. It was like on one machine, using the exact same files, one machine worked fine, the next machine it didn't. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's got gremlins in it. And if you read the information about this tool, they specifically say, well, we made it do a lot of stuff, but if we don't know what the stuff is, we just ignore it. I was like, great. So there could be something in the traffic this tool doesn't know about, so it doesn't even show you. So in other words, Wireshark can show you everything. You just might have a hard time figuring out how to read it and find it, but it will show you everything, okay? You can see my sessions. You can see my DNS queries, parameters, all kinds of stuff, okay? So in here, we could see, okay, look at all these different queries. Does anyone know what a DNS query is? Well, I know you all think you do, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. What a DNS query is, when I type in www.msn.com, what does my computer do? First of all, first thing it says, where is msn.com? So it has to translate it to a number. Has to, okay? Names mean nothing on the internet. They're just really, think of it like a phone book, okay? DNS is our phone book for the internet. So I type in msn.com, it has to translate that to a number. So I get the number, and if you look in this query, it does have the results here somewhere. It gave me the result. There's my client. Somewhere on here is going to have the, somewhere is going to be the actual result. And it's probably, it's going to be one of these numbers on the list here. But, so we get the number, and then the next thing your computer does is says, is that me? Because it could be you. And if it's not you, then it goes out and starts looking for it on the internet. So, but DNS is resolving names to numbers. So what this is saying is www.msn.com is also known as www.msn-com.a-0003.a-msedge.net. So when you type in msn.com, they actually translate it to that name. So then if we took that name, it says, well, that name is actually this name. Well, this name is actually this number. There's where the numbers. So it's kind of a, yeah, it's something like you would think Microsoft would do. They would name their stuff that. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, and you might think that's stupid, but imagine a company that literally has hundreds of thousands of servers. Everything has to have a distinct name. So Google does the same thing, okay? And there's probably some Google queries in here, just a bunch of junk, okay? So DNS, you have a couple questions on DNS, you have a couple questions on certificates. I don't think I asked you any questions about parameters, but just look around the tool. But just remember, this tool won't give you everything, okay? But images works pretty good. File, again, when they work pretty good. When they don't work, they suck. Because me and Arlene spend days like, why isn't it showing up? And then literally it was like, that machine works and that one doesn't. I don't know why. Literally, Arlene has put Network Miner and the image on a CD-ROM, so it's not like it's changing. You open up on this one, it doesn't work, but on this one, it works fine. It's like the same size.
Russian roulette.
Yeah, pretty much that's what it is. So if you open up the capture and you get no files and no images, you probably have issues.
Try it on a different computer.
Yeah, or just do it in Wireshark. Literally, until last year, I never even told students about this. It's a nice tool, but it's a free tool. And again, you get what you pay for. Well, Wireshark is free too, but that one works awesome. So, all right. So everybody okay on what you're going to do on this project?
Yep.
Just play with Wireshark, get familiar with it. It's kind of nice. I mean, it works good. So, all right. And that's all I got for you. Wasn't that short and sweet tonight? Did I not start my? Oh, it's up there.
It's like,
So did I not start this recording? A lot of people can be really pissed.
Well, we gotta stay until.
Yes, it is. This lab will be on the midterm. And I will ask you specific questions from these packets. So I would be familiar with it. I might ask you a question that's not on the assignment.
But it's about that.
Right, but it'll be in that capture file or something.
That's a.
Yeah. Just make sure you got everything. I tell you, like I'll tell you specifically, make sure you have this installed. Like when you get to the final, I'm gonna say, make sure you have TRTK installed and NCASE installed and this installed. That way, because you're not gonna have time to sit there. Now that the final you get 3 hours. But on the final, you actually have to break a password. It was tough. Last year was cat. But I mean, that could be tough for some people. I don't know.
We are taking these from home. Midterm from home.
Possibly. Probably.
Oh.
Possibly and probably. Okay.